Right, hello and welcome to the Performance Podcast, episode 4, I do believe. What are we going to be talking about today?
Okay, we just had a chat with one of our clients, and a little bit off track at the moment, and just wondering why, sort of thing, and just wanted to kind of like clear her mind a bit and stuff. Well, we had a good old chat, and she's gone into maintenance. A lot of people go into maintenance, okay, and that's where you're putting effort in the same, not really seeing much in the way of result, which is fine. It's a good thing to do, okay, because it gives you a secondary focus, it refeeds the body a little bit because you're eating a few of the wrong things. But anyhow, as long as you realise you're in maintenance, which is not what this podcast is about. This is about one of the things she actually said about how her friends will actually give her like a pat on the back, say she looks fine, okay, and really, that's really bad advice. So the number one thing that actually can stop people from losing weight or actually progressing their goals is other people giving them nice, friendly advice, which is actually really bad advice. So, for instance, you know, we're just saying, no, you look good and that and stuff. She said, well, it's funny you say that because my friends tell me that, but in person, myself, I don't feel, you know, I'm not where I want to be as such. And that's great, right? So, why does that matter? You know, if she's looking good and all that stuff, it's nothing to do with always looking good. It's how you personally feel. So a friend will say to her, you know, he said, am I not saying that? I won't say that. You know, why are you worried so much? You look fine, you're working out, you're healthy, and that. Oh, yeah. And all of a sudden your brain starts, you know, okay, and then you're around other people a little bit overweight. Well, maybe they're doing that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, you may just be being friendly, but the second one is maybe they just don't want you to actually do any better because you're making them look a little bit out of tilt.
Don't want to surpass them, do they?
No, maybe not. I don't know. So, but the fact is, so sometimes people giving you a pat on the back and advice, i.e., like not advice as such, or you know, or just saying to you, you're doing fine. It's not a good thing. So you know, always strive to be better. Always strive to be better. For a long time, I talk about my wife and stuff, and I used to say to her, maybe you're putting a little bit of weight, and she'd get the right hump if I said it to her. But now, if I say it, she respects it a bit more. Respects it, my wife. Respects it. Okay, she respects it more because it's good advice, it's helpful advice, and this goes across the board for anything you're doing. Okay, so you're studying for something. People will say, "Oh, just chill out. You're up. Just treat yourself. You know, you've been studying for 2 hours a day. You know, that's bad advice. That's bad advice to a point. It's up to you what you do and how you feel. If you want to do a bit more, do a little bit more. Okay, like you know." Treat yourself when it comes to food. You've worked out all week, you know, treat yourself. That's not great because of the fact of it breaks down your kind of your control of what you're doing, and it just settles in your brain of, oh, that's okay, I'm okay to do it.
If you're like a true, real friend, you should be able to tell someone. I'd want someone to tell me the truth if I was like letting myself go a little bit in terms of my standards with working, or say if they were a gym partner and I was slacking a little bit. I'd want someone to tell me the truth. It feels good at the time, and you've got kind of an arm around your shoulder, and someone's saying something that you want to hear at the time. But then when you go away and you realise that actually wasn't good advice, or I actually appreciate them telling you the harsh truth at the time, you feel a lot better for it. So honesty is the best policy. It's exactly the same with me and my girlfriend. When I feel like she's maybe putting a little bit of weight or something like that, I do tell her. Maybe I tell her a little bit too harshly, but she'll say to me, how'd you tell her? I don't know, I just say it. I do probably say it a little bit too harsh, but you have to a degree, because in like 1 to 2 months, she's in a much better place for it, and you should be able to feel like you should be able to tell someone.
Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, people come home from work, you worked hard and have a glass of wine, you treat yourself. You know, you've worked hard, you deserve it. So that's not good advice.
Moderation, ain't it? Moderation.
Moderation. But also that starts to turn to a habit, and you start to relax, and you feel it's okay to do. It's not okay. So things like, you know, I hope it's kind of making sense, because it might sound like weird saying, like, you know, sometimes other people can give you bad advice in terms of, like, you know, just telling what you do in life. That's a different ball game. If someone's trying to tell you what you do in life, ignore them. Unless they're stopping you from, you know, drinking too much. Like, good advice is you're drinking too much every single night. Don't take offence if someone tells you that, because that's bloody good advice. The fact is, they're telling you to stop drinking to help you to stop drinking, to poison your liver, to actually stop killing yourself. You know, don't take offence to that. If someone says you're drinking, don't take offence to it. It's crazy how someone wouldn't tell me you're bloody drinking too much. Theoretically, what you're doing there is you're trying to justify carrying drinking and having a moan at them, because they're trying to help you. Yeah. Other ways, you've got to look at this as like someone saying, oh, don't worry, I have a drink every night. It's okay to do, you work hard. Bad, yeah, the other person telling you not to do it, that's good. The person telling you to do it and is friendly is bad. It's a bit of a mind twist, isn't it? So it's pretty obvious really, but most people just kind of think, don't tell me what to do, or try and kind of, you know, just...
Surround yourself with like-minded individuals in terms of like they actually strive for success in their business or going down the gym or whatever it may be. It's like what you say, Dan, put yourself around a drug abuser and you'll probably become a drug abuser. Put yourself around an alcoholic, you'll more than likely become an alcoholic. So surround yourself around with like-minded individuals that strive for the same goals, and you're constantly honest with each other. And that's the only way you'll thrive and flourish.
Correct. Who you are, the way you think, what you do, the people you're around is the thing you'll become. Okay, if you put yourself around them sort of people that are giving that sort of advice, doing the same thing, that's what you'll become. We work in the fitness industry. We have a lot of people around us that are actually all like-minded. Fantastic. I haven't always been in the fitness industry. I've been around people that are not like-minded. I'm still in control of that. You are number one in control of what you do. Okay, number one in control. Sometimes good advice, sometimes bad advice, and get into your bubble and make you make the wrong decisions and make you relax about what you're doing. Take the harsh advice and listen to it. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And listen to it. You know, influences, outside influences like things such as you know, kids, friends, they're all bad a lot of the time unless they're doing things what you're doing. They are though, because unless they're doing what you're trying to achieve, what they're going to do is give you bad influences and give you the wrong advice and give you the kind of the wrong mindset towards what you're achieving. But you're still in control. Always in control of what you do. No one tells me what to do, okay? No matter what outside influences there are, the government, whatever, no one tells me what to do when it comes to myself. You can't stop that, okay?
You never take that control out of your own hands.
No, so listen to people that are giving you that sort of advice you don't want to listen to. Unless they're just a bit of a pillock and they're just like, you know, they don't know themselves as such, because there's plenty of people like that. But otherwise, yeah, so...
Pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. We just want to do a real quick one. Okay, so you're in control of what you do. Listen to people's advice that are giving you advice that's either telling you to stop doing something or giving you advice that's sort of like you don't like the sound of that advice because there's a reason behind it. Don't always listen to people who are patting you in the back and saying, you know, oh, you're all right, leave that alone. Just leave that for now, or treat yourself and that sort of stuff. People giving you a pat on the back saying, well done, you've done well, that's good. Yeah, that's good, as long as you have. And it's not just for the sake of making you feel better. If you've not done so well and some go, oh, never mind mate, just do better next time, that's a better bit of advice. Aim high and you'll definitely get the goal you were going for before. Aim well above the goal you were going for, okay, and you're always going to get that goal you were going for below it. Don't always aim for that goal there, just go above it, okay, and you'll probably go surpass that. There's no way around, because as soon as you get to that point there or close to this point here you're aiming for, you'll back off, you just generally will. So push it up there, okay, simple. Listen to people's advice that you don't like the sound of, there's usually some truth in there, and people that are generally making you feel comfortable about what you're doing, that is normally bad advice, okay, in the fitness, in losing weight, and in most things in life. Because it's a nasty place we live, okay, and people like to make them think they're making them feel good, but they're really doing them misjustice. So that's that.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Watch out for the next video.
Yeah, who is it said he invited for our next?
Danny.
Not too sure. Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah,
bye.
Bye.